Maritime Made is brought to you by Invest Nova Scotia. Experience and expertise strengthening your business.
Hallmark Dental Laboratory is the largest full-service dental laboratory in the Maritimes. It's been providing high-quality services to the industry since 1981. Hallmark Dental stays up to date with the latest technological advancements. Today, they're making digital dentures.
So 1981, my parents started the business from just those two, and then eventually they grew steadily over time. I actually got my university degree, but I joined the company in 98 after I went to university. And at 98, there was 8 people here, so I'm employee number 8 technically. And so then we've steadily grown over that time, and now we're at 65 people. So it's been we've seen tremendous growth over the last few years, especially with the advent of CAD/CAM and digital technology. We were really one of the first pioneers, I guess, in our area for sure, to really start that trend. And so we've really leveraged that to grow quite steadily over the last few years.
The whole process begins at the dentist's office with either a digital scan or a traditional impression of a patient's teeth. If a traditional impression is made at the dental office, then the lab team begins by preparing a model. Stone plaster is mixed with water to make a paste. As the impressions are filled, any air bubbles are removed with vibration. Once filled, the impressions are turned over onto a base of extra paste and left to dry for 10 minutes. Next, the impressions are removed and models are revealed. The models are cleaned up using a model trimmer. Then they're rinsed and dried. Now they're ready to be scanned for the digital design team. When a digital scan is provided from the dental office instead of a traditional teeth impression, those scans are sent from the dental office right to Hallmark's digital receiving department. Here, new orders are organized and delivered to the design team. A digital denture technician imports the scans into their software, and the designing begins. This work is very precise. Above all, dentures must have a proper fit, and the designer works to make sure that will happen. Selecting and setting similar teeth from a tooth library is part of the process. The base or the gums are made to look realistic. Work continues to ensure all the technical aspects will create a good, comfortable fit and the right look for the patient. The design is overlaid on a digital version of a puck. The puck is the base material the dentures will be made from. Once complete, the denture designs are either sent to the 3D printing department to make try-in models or molds, or directly to the milling department to make the dentures.
Our vision is to be the leader and the most trusted partner in oral healthcare. And the reason why we see it as oral healthcare, a lot of labs, like I alluded to earlier, we basically make teeth. That's when people ask me what I do, I say I make teeth. So we make custom dental prosthesis, and I say any lab can make a tooth, any lab can make a denture, right? And obviously there's varying degrees of the quality. But what we really pride ourselves on is putting the customer first and putting the patient first. So anytime we try to drill into our team, anytime you see a pan in front of you, it's a patient, right? And so every decision we make kind of tries to keep that in their head to try to make that prosthesis as high quality and as efficient as we can.
These 3D molds are about to be printed by the Carbon M3 machine. First, the print room technician adds liquid resin to a tray. The pieces to be printed are laid out digitally. Then the machine begins to print the 3D molds using UV light. Printing takes up to a few hours, but once complete, the molds rise up out of the resin. The molds are gently removed from the tray. They're placed in a plastic container and rinsed in alcohol. Afterwards, they're laid out to dry. Next, the molds are cured in a light machine for 15 minutes. Nitrogen gas keeps this pressurized while UV lights flash 2,000 times in 200 seconds. Model try-ins are sent to patients in certain cases to check the fit or if a clinic mills their own dentures. These are made by a different 3D printer. The resin in the bottom is drawn upwards by a pipe, spraying it on a rotating platform. A UV light then cures each layer. This machine takes 45 minutes to make one product, or 6 to 8 hours for a full tray. The final dentures are made in the milling department. After receiving the order, the mill room technician finds the right case from patient logs and imports the design into their computer-assisted manufacturing software. The base or gums are being made first. The appropriate acrylic puck is chosen. Then the denture is laid out digitally and supports are added to hold them in place during milling. Each puck holder has a radio frequency identification tag. It's scanned to be associated with this denture job. The puck is secured in the holder before being inserted into the milling machine. The mill is programmed and pulls the puck into place. A small burr makes reference lines around the edge before a large burr begins grinding it down. The teeth are milled next. Each takes just over 2 hours. Next, a bonding polymer is mixed and a small syringe injects it into the gum cavity. Then, the acrylic teeth are set in place. Elastic bands hold everything in place, and then it's put into a pressure pot. Here, the acrylic will harden. It takes 20 minutes. Then, it's back to the mill to remove excess glue and further refine the dentures before they're taken to the digital denture finishing technician. They remove rough parts and clean and separate the teeth with a cutting wheel. The denture is compared to the model, ensuring all grooves and lines are accurate. Using a rubber burr, they're cleaned and polished. The prescription is referenced, confirming each and every detail before taking it to polishing. A clean brush head is attached. Dry volcanic ash pumice is mixed with water and applied to the denture. The brush takes fine lines out. The denture is rinsed off and then buffed and polished dry before being steamed with air. Mineral oil is applied for shine. On average, 150 jobs come into and out of this office daily.